Hi there, my name is Tracy Piercy. I'm a certified financial planner by profession and more notably an expert in the area of financial literacy. See, government agencies, they define financial literacy as the ability to understand personal and broader financial matters, apply that knowledge, and assume responsibility for one's own financial decisions. Financial literacy is an important life skill that empowers consumers to make the best financial decisions in their particular circumstances. The term financial literacy in other countries is also referred to as financial capabilities and financial education. But see, no matter what it's called, it refers to the consumer's acquisition of knowledge, skills, and confidence to properly manage their personal finances. And it's this foundation of knowledge that's not taught, but somehow we're left to figure out the rules and maneuver the minefield of volumes of information on our own, sort of on the job, so to speak. And really, it's no mystery that financial stress affects 8 out of 10 people, and that issues dealing with money are stronger in a negative way and bring up more negative emotion 5 times more frequently than health issues. That's huge. And see, what happens is I think often the type of financial information that is given to consumers is actually quite technical, it's numbers based, and really is intimidating and even contributes to that stress. We even see a lot of well-meaning financial people, particularly now with the economy the way it is and financial literacy becoming so such a key initiative. We've got a lot of people coming on saying, look at me, I'm rich, you can be rich too, just do what I've done. And of course that's intimidating and that creates issues because every single day consumers are making decisions that are life altering. They might be negotiating a mortgage, they might be making an investment decision or an insurance decision, maybe they're just buying groceries. And it is at that place that where the financial literacy and the education needs to happen every single day on the job. So what happens is we've got stress and we just want it to go away. And of course that's the lottery thinking. So consumers are not really wanting to go back to school and learn. They just want the pain to go away. They think the answer is more money, and that creates more of a conundrum. See, U.S. President Barack Obama in his inaugural speech, he said that a paradigm shift is required in order to change the economy. And he said that we will transform our schools, colleges, and universities to meet the demands of a new age. That's absolutely critical. And businessmen and educators Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, in their book that was written a couple years ago called Why We Want You to Be Rich, they said that you can only solve money problems with financial education. And the chairman of the U.S. Federal Reserve said in the spring of 2009 at a financial literacy conference that the need has never been greater for initiatives that help consumers manage their money wisely, both from a personal level and from an economic perspective. People make decisions every day and they've got to be able to spend money, and ultimately the consumer is responsible for the decisions that they make. And in my case, I didn't set out to become a financial literacy expert. I was a consumer in my 20s trying to do the right thing. I'd bought a house, I'd put money into my retirement plan, and I was earning a living. The only problem was every time I turned around, I seemed to have something going wrong. And so I did what I thought was the right thing, is I took a course from the industry called the securities course. And of course, if you've taken that, you know that that is the professional licensing requirements for an investment advisor, and it's not very practical. But what was more interesting to me when I went into the industry and I started to teach, for 5.5 years I taught a variety of curriculum for financial advisors, and 80% of my students were also taking those courses in order to figure things out for themselves. So clearly there is a need to learn, even though there's a lot of people that just resist it and they just want the answers as well. Early on in my career, when I was an investment advisor, it was actually a really wealthy client that made that was a pivotal point in what's now become my expertise in financial literacy. He had a few $1,000,000 invested with me. He owned a couple of waterfront homes. He had a family. Everything should have been fine. And instead what he was doing was trying to fit his budget into $2,000 a month. He worried if he got too much of a return, he was making too big of a risk. If he didn't get enough of a return, then he was going to run out of money. Every chart, graph, rate of return, and conventional way that I had to communicate with him to make him feel confident wasn't helping. And so see, sometimes we mean well and yet we actually contribute to the stress. Financial advisors are not taught to deliver adult education. They're also not taught on the emotional and the psychological aspects. They're not taught to be financial or lifestyle experts. And yet that is a huge component of this very emotional subject. It was this client, though, that led me to find an answer, and I have since read over 500 books on financial success and financial strategies, and have taken courses and workshops and seminars and all kinds of things. I've now published my own books and courses, and I'm thinking that I am pretty confident in saying that I have a good sense of the type of financial information that is out there in the marketplace. And of course I have also taught the curriculum, so I have a good idea of what is being taught to the industry. It is an incredibly important area, and we can go on and on and on for days. I do know that when the consumer is given the tools and the skills and the knowledge, that they are able to make significant differences. They are able to get that quick fix to make the stress go away. And what might at first seem like the slow, boring road to financial success really will provide them with the relief, with the results. And that is our role as professionals and people working in the industry, where people are coming to ask questions, is we need to be able to encourage and to empower them to do that. And I am very much looking forward to talking to you, because I know that HR departments, financial institutions, corporations, educational institutes, that is where people are coming, and that is where we have the best opportunity to reach a lot of people. I have been known to talk for days on the subject, so I am looking forward to continuing the dialogue to find out what kind of initiatives you're working on, to see whether or not my unique background and together that we can make a difference. So if you haven't already visited my corporate website, that is moneyminding.com. Otherwise, you can call the office on Pacific Time, 250-592-0457, and I will look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.